Well, city leaders in Knoxville are working to transform a large stretch of Knoxville's South Waterfront. A local agency opened the process to find a development team for roughly 15 acres along the Tennessee River, right across from UT's campus. The vision includes new housing, restaurants, shops, offices, a whole slew of things. Right now, we don't have a final developer that's been selected and no construction timeline has been announced, but the current step is about choosing the team that will eventually bring this project to life. So here with me to break all of that down, talk about the progress so far, we have Justin Kazana with Avison Young.
Yep. And
Justin, sort of walk us through this. The South Knoxville waterfront, this has been a topic for years in Knoxville.
Yeah, and you know, we started the whole South Knoxville plan when Bill Haslam was mayor. It tells you how long ago that was. So, but that was to talk about the whole project. This is one site, the South Knoxville waterfront site, that is directly across the river from Neyland Stadium. It's 15 acres, which is a huge site, all of it right on the water, and opportunities have grown up now because we're talking about already student housing being there. UT has expanded over the borders, over the river, so what comes next? And this is an opportunity that Knoxville owns, that they can kind of control how the development's going to go.
So we mentioned there too that there is no official developer, there's no timeline, we're still in the very early stages of this, but there's big potential.
There's great potential, and it is the city put out a request for qualifications, an RFQ, where it's basically, okay, what developers are out there that are interested in taking on this project, and are they qualified to do it? You know, I've been doing this 22 years, and I have never gotten so many calls about people interested, wanting to hear about Knoxville, and these are national developers. These are groups from Texas and LA and Atlanta that are interested in doing something large, asking questions about the site, asking questions about Knoxville, and just trying to feel out what exactly is happening in this opportunity that's there. So it will be someone, I would assume, someone with a lot of national street cred that has done projects of this scale in the past.
So once we get that name of the developer that's going to come in, they got the bid, they're going to be working on it, what sort of timeline do you think, in your professional opinion, could we be looking at?
It could be pretty long. I mean, the RFQ is simply okay, who's qualified to do this? There could be 3 or 4 people that are qualified to do this, or there could be 1 or 2. And then the city will sit down, KCDC will sit down and say, okay, what is your plan? And what is your plan is very broad, because you see the site right there. There's a lot that you can do with it. I mean, are we talking about multifamily? Are we talking about retail, office, all these opportunities? I know the city doesn't want student housing to be there. There's already student housing right next door, so let's not put any student housing there. But what opportunities are there? I still think, I mean, best case scenario, you're 3 years away from them starting to turn dirt on something like this. It's a long, long process to do something like this. But you want it to be that way if you're talking about such an important project for Knoxville. You don't want to rush something like this.
Right, and talking about another big project coming to Knoxville too, let's head back from the river to more downtown, Jackson Avenue specifically. There's some rumblings going on there.
Yeah, the city basically did the same thing with what's called the McClung warehouse site. This was the site that 19 years ago, huge fire that destroyed the warehouses, and since then it's been a very quiet part of town. It's overlooking the railroad yard that's there, but the city released an RFQ just like this a couple years ago, and they're going to award it sometime probably in the late summer. Don't know who that is. They keep that very, very quiet, but it's a big site, good opportunity, obviously not waterfront, but an opportunity to really renovate a part of Knoxville as Knoxville kind of the city, the downtown, expands beyond its traditional borders, and that rail yard is kind of one of the traditional borders. So how far can it go? How far can it extend us as Gay Street extends beyond the 100 block? Because it's right there between Gay Street and Broadway as it extends north. So it'll be really fun to see. Again, it'll take a couple of years for the dirt to start to turn, but at least they're making headway.
We love to have stuff to look forward to in Knoxville too. So Justin Kazana with Avison Young, our expert on all things Knoxville development. Thank you so much for being here with us.